Figured I better vlog a little bit, even though I really don't want to. There's repairs that need to be made, let's just say that.
Well, hey there y'all, while Zach's out there strip tilling, he's got a lot to do. I'm just gonna kind of explain to my city friends, if you didn't know what strip tilling was, you're gonna know here in like 5 minutes, just a basic overview in city girl terms, if you wanna call it that. Strip tilling is kind of a conservation method for the soil out here because we live in Kansas and we have really dry weather, we have lots of really high winds, we need to break up the crust of the ground, that's what they call it. That top crust needs to be broken up, but we don't need to till it so deep and so hard that it just completely ruins the soil and lets it freaking blow away. You don't want to put all those nutrients in the soil, money in the soil, just for it to blow away. We have not planted corn yet. We're getting close to doing that here in the next couple of weeks. But before then, we need to get the soil kind of aerated, warmed. We also need to put fertilizer in it. That whole process amazes me. Zach will explain that here in a second. Yeah, fertilizing, kind of aerating the soil, breaking that crust, and creating a perfect little seed bed for the corn seeds to be planted into. So real quick, I just want to show you guys, there's no progress on the garden, but I want to show you guys and kind of tell you my plan for the future. As you guys know, I got a couple of raised beds from a really nice gentleman on Facebook Marketplace, and that doesn't sound like it fits together. Nice gentleman you met off of Facebook Marketplace. He was really nice, gave me 2 really large stock tanks to convert into raised beds. So that's what we're gonna do. They're still in the barn right now because the next couple days we're getting winds of like 50 mile an hour. What do y'all think? My plan is to tear up all of this landscaping fabric. That's what this is. And we're gonna till the crap out of it. We're not gonna strip till this. We're gonna deep till this. And that'll help us keep the weeds out of it all summer. Now let's hop over to Zach and see what he's doing. It's been a really long process. So let's see what he's doing.
I am trying to get the strip till rig going for the first time. So it's been like probably 5 hours of nothing but just playing with settings. But I will say, I think I finally won. I got everything working, everything's talking, everything is communicating, everything is synced up, working right, functioning right on water in the driveway. So now I know as soon as I move it down to the field, put fertilizer in it, I'm gonna have to start all over. But hopefully I've learned enough by now that I can work through this problem a little easier now. Let's get something accomplished.
Much later.
Well, another about 2 hours later, we're actually finally ready. I hadn't been out here yet. I didn't notice that this tank was set up on 3-inch. Our setup is 2-inch, and we have about 10 of those reducers, but not this reducer. So, had to call the co-op manager. Thank goodness for them. They went down and unlocked the co-op, built a reducer. Right there. We got 400 gallon in. Should be about 10 acres. We're gonna go give this thing a try. Well, I'm not gonna be able to film very much because there's a lot going on right at the moment, as you can see. But so far, it seems to be working. But anyways, I'm gonna put the camera down for now until I feel a little more comfortable looking at all this stuff. And I'll show you the job it's doing probably tomorrow because it's about dark already.
The next day.
Well, hello. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been a couple days. This is a 24-row, 20-inch strip till that we put together. It is a Landluver, I'm not sure how they pronounce their name, but it's a Landluver toolbar that we had made. We did have to call them and they had to design this for us because no one had put together a system like this with these same row units. So this is, as far as I'm aware, a one-off bar that they made specifically for these. We just put a SurePoint, well that's just the tank. Most of the technology is actually back on the bar. We did put a SurePoint fertilizer system on it. It does have their Sentinel system and their LiquiShift system. We ran this bar and row unit combo last year, but it did not have fertilizer. And you guys didn't get to see that because Jordan wasn't doing YouTube then. If you would have seen it is a highly anger-inducing piece of equipment. Anyone on 20s will understand, like anything 20-inch row crop can be a pain because getting the trash to flow between these rows, which it's gonna be hard, my window's super dirty, can be pretty interesting. A lot of times it's a struggle, keeping everything set just right and happy so that the trash will flow can be a major pain. Just to give you an overview, there's a lot of screens in here to be looking at. And I know there's people that run way more, but for me, this is still stressful, especially going 6-7 miles an hour a lot of the time. This screen, so this has got my Sentinel rate controller on it. So this is the brains of the strip till bar that's controlling all our rates. It's controlling the FERT. It does have individual row monitoring. So basically I can see everything that's going on from this screen right here. I'm using this monitor to run my auto steer. I put a camera on the back. If you can see, it's actually a really great camera, got off Amazon. This box controls our clean sweep, which is pneumatic cylinders on all of our row cleaners. So I can adjust downforce, lift, whatever they call it, up force, whatever you want to say. So last year when I ran this, I kind of figured out that in wheat stubble, it seemed to do the best job at about 7.5 miles an hour. I've been running 6 mile an hour all day, just because that's kind of what I got the SCV fine-tuned in to run that hydraulic pump the right speed. And I've been on the money on the rate, like it's been working out perfect. But I wanted to kick up the speed a little bit because it's not doing as much as I would love or like to see. Here is my pass before. Here, let's get out of this spot. And I don't know if you guys remember, I think one of Jordan's first videos, we were actually here combining this wheat. This place got absolutely decimated by hail. Like this whole field got completely hailed out. So you're gonna see tons of volunteer, you're gonna see lots of beat up stubble. So here's my strips at 6, and here's the kind of seed bed it's leaving, which it is still pretty wet out here. Yeah, see, it's like mucky right under there. But it looks pretty good. We're going about 4 inches deep, 3 inches deep. I'm pretty okay with that for the most part. And now here is 7 miles an hour. And yeah, see, I'm pretty convinced it just churns it up that little bit better. Well, we had our first quote unquote, I would do air quotes, but I got this in my hand, quote unquote breakdown. Naturally, it happens about 5:30 when everywhere was already closed. I just got to the end of the pass right here and I needed to come get fertilizer. I was just kind of walking around looking at everything, checking everything over. Lost a dust cover. Come on. Then I got to looking around. Missing a bolt there. Actually, I got the bolt, but I'm missing the nut. There was a few other things loose. All these bolts I've noticed need checked, and I've been checking these, but I think it's time I just go through pretty well every bolt, tighten everything up. So we're down for the day. Major disaster avoided. Just kidding. Dang pull rope snapped off the pump on this load, so I'm gonna have to fix that next load.
Y'all, I just want to sneak in here and say what a foreshadowing disaster this is going to turn out to be.
Can everybody look this over quick? Is there anything wrong? I hope not. Take some material off so they float a little freer. Because this one's causing me to plug because it doesn't want to move ever. It just bulldozes into the ground. So I'm going to fix that real quick while I'm stopped. Just got to get this started first off. To get this up here. Get that pushed in there. What a pain. Oh, come on. Please don't fall. Please don't fall out of there. Oh my gosh, I got it.
Much later.
Well, figured I better vlog a little bit, even though I really don't want to. It has been an extremely frustrating day. I'm not gonna lie to you, extremely frustrating. Lots happened in the last few days, couple days. There's repairs that need to be made, let's just say that.
Disappointed!
But I only have 100 acres left, or less than that now, so I'm trying to limp it along and just get this done, because then we were gonna move over to Moscow and we weren't gonna start there right away. So I thought that'll be good if I can, you know, get this done, buy some time to let these repairs get made. And it's just been one thing after another. I don't have enough fertilizer to finish this tonight, but so I was like, oh good, early night at least, I guess. I don't really want an early night, I want to get this done. But now here it is. As you can see, it's dark and I'm still out here. So here's what's going on right now. I'm down in this bottom and this should have gotten worked. It was a full-blown lake area last year. I don't know if you can tell, but that's like knee-high grass, because we couldn't combine this. It is actually making incredible strips, which is cool to see. But as you can see, it had a road dragging. It completely packed full of mud, because this stuff's really muddy still. I completely plugged this thing with mud and I'm still digging it out. Anyways, let's go lift this and see if we can kick this thing free. Leave that there. Oh my goodness.
Much later.
Okay, I'm back rolling again. And to be clear, when I said repairs need to be made, and I'm not going to talk about it right now, I didn't wreck anything, just to clear that. If I did, I would 100% tell you, because it was just my fault, and that'd be alright. Things happen. But I didn't wreck anything, it's nothing that we did, it's some other stuff. We're going through with this setup, and I don't want anyone to get any wrong ideas about the company involved. This is something new, and we're just working through that. So, nothing against any company that's on this thing. This is working great. When we get it fixed and get it working right again, I'll kind of fill everybody in. But for right now, there's no need to get the wrong idea. These things happen. Things happen, things break. That's part of it. It's more the cascading effect of the day is what's wearing on me. But when I get home, I got a cool thing to show you. The combine did get delivered today. So that's exciting. There's some good news. There we go. I'm gonna end this video with that. Surprise to walk home to. All right. Sorry, old girl, you gotta stay outside one more night. I'll get you put up first thing in the morning.
Alrighty, y'all. There you guys have it. The last few days have been a roller coaster of emotions, to say the least. But I mean, it is spring. There's a lot of firsts going on, and that's farming, isn't it? And y'all heard the man. The biggest repair that has to be done to this thing is still not done. So once it does get done and we get to show you guys, we want to explain it further in a video on its own. But so many things are going on at once. Planting is coming up. Speaking of planting, I told you guys my plan for my backyard garden. It is definitely time for me to get my tomatoes and peppers outside and start sowing seeds into the ground, because look at this. Check out my seedlings. You guys were along for the ride for a couple of my lives where I transplanted these, and they're way too big for their britches. In the next vlog, you're going to get to see a few demos on some things. Hint, hint, one of them was more than just a demo. I've got some really exciting things coming up for gardening in the near future. We are continuing to grow, and you guys are continuing to shock and awe me every single day. The amount of love and support in the comments is just insane. We are almost at 600,000 subscribers. I can't even say that out loud without sounding weird. Stay tuned for some exciting changes, and of course stay tuned for all of the trial and error. If you're new, welcome to the mess. This is really nothing new. If it wasn't a little bit chaotic on this channel, then it wouldn't be my channel. If y'all have any questions or suggestions or concerns about strip tilling, leave it down below. I always like to read those, because if y'all didn't know, I am not only physically new to this entire area, aka the middle of nowhere, I am new to farming still, and there's a lot to learn, a lot of room to grow, and a lot of time to share it with all of my fellow city friends. So thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for all of the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, love you, bye.